Hi, everyone. Welcome to this edition of The Forum. I'm Dave Shore from ESPN LA 710. He's Arash Markazi from ESPNLA.com. And Arash, during this Lakers offseason, it seems like we've heard so much now and focused so much on Jim Buss and Jeanie Buss in that Lakers front office. Jim Buss said that Dwight was never a Laker, while Jeanie thought that the Lakers failed him. Which perspective do you agree with the most and why?
Jeanie, if you're watching me right now, I agree with you. You're 100% right. Dwight Howard was never a Laker. He never wanted to be here. He was traded here. He didn't want to come here. He wanted to go to the New Jersey Nets or the Brooklyn Nets, or he wanted to go to the Mavericks. And then as soon as he could leave, Dave, he left. He was never a Los Angeles Laker. And I think we tried to say that he was. He was the next Shaq or something like that. But he never felt like he belonged here.
You know, Arash, I think also that you have to look at the fact that if you're Jim and you're Jeanie, you're so used to people and players enjoying the fact that they're a Los Angeles Laker. You shouldn't have to be continuing to try to force them to like you. And so I think that, along with the passing of Dr. Jerry Buss, put them in such an interesting scenario. Look at, though, let's face it, at the bottom line is Dwight didn't have a good year. Yeah. Look at his numbers. His numbers was a year to forget.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look at his numbers. Dave, it was basically the worst season of his career. So I think the fact that he didn't want to play here made sense. He didn't have a good year. He was hurt. He didn't get along with Kobe. Didn't get along with the coaching staff. So he didn't have a good season, and by the time he left, Dave, the fans didn't want him to stay either. There was no love lost by the fans. I think the team wanted him to stay. They had these stay Dwight things going on, you know. But at the end of the day, the fans never got the sense that this guy belonged here with this team.
You know what? When you look at the numbers, let's say that those numbers can stack up very nicely if you're just a player who's trying to put up some stats in the league. But when you figure it out in a team atmosphere, which is all what it's all about, and when you try to put it in with a coach who's trying to get a team atmosphere, it just didn't add up.
I mean, listen, this was a franchise player. I mean, this was the guy who they said, okay, when Kobe Bryant retires, you're going to pass the baton to Dwight Howard. He wasn't that type of player. He didn't want that pressure. He's comfortable going to Houston now, and that's James Harden's team. He was comfortable in a smaller team, smaller city, and I know that people in Houston, listen, Houston's a great city. It's not a knock against Houston, but it's not Los Angeles. It is not Los Angeles, and it's not the Lakers, where you're compared to who, Dave? You're compared to George Mikan. You're compared to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal. He wasn't comfortable with that.
I think bottom line is Jim Buss and Jeanie Buss learned a lot through this experience, and I would imagine that when they come back for this season, there may not be a different way of handling it, but I'm sure they learned a lot from that experience.
And listen, I mean, the main thing is go after guys who want to be here. You want Carmelo here, you want LeBron here, well, that's fine if they want to be here. I mean, I think if they want to be here, that's great. But, you know, you shouldn't have to sell Los Angeles. You shouldn't have to sell the Los Angeles Lakers. People should want to come here.
And to Laker fans, I think they want to do one thing, and that is finish one spot ahead, at least, of Dwight Howard.
That's right.
Rockets. Thanks so much for joining us. For Arash Markazi from ESPNLA.com, I'm Dave Shore from ESPN LA 710. Join us next time.